customs, and science. Did you know that many of the Indian traditions that we follow regularly or on important occasions have their basis in science? Tell your children what these interesting customs actually mean. Traditions in Hinduism were considered mainly as superstitions, but with the advent of science, it is becoming evident that these traditions are based on some scientific knowledge and moved from generations to generations as traditions. Though the common people did not know the science in it, they were following it very faithfully over the years. This work is an attempt to bring forward the science evolved in these traditions and customs. The general reasoning given for this act is that it brings good luck. However, scientifically speaking, in the ancient times, most of the currency used was made up of copper, unlike the stainless steel coins of today. Copper is a vital metal, very useful to the human body. Throwing coins into the rivers was one of the ways our forefathers ensured we intake sufficient copper as part of the water, as rivers were the only source of drinking water. Making it a custom ensured that all of us follow the practice. Tulsi has a great medicinal properties. It is a remarkable antibiotic. Taking tulsi every day in tea or otherwise increases immunity and prevents the drinker-prevent diseases, stabilizes our health conditions, balances our body system, and most important of all, prolongs our life. Keeping tulsi plant at home prevents insects and mosquitoes from entering the house. It is said that snakes did not dare to go near the tulsi plant. Maybe that is why ancient people would grow lots of tulsi near their house. Peepal tree is almost useless for an ordinary person except for its shadow. Peepal does not have delicious fruits. Its wood is not strong enough for any purpose. Then why should a common villager or person worship it or even care for it? Our ancestors knew that peepal is one of the very few trees, or probably the only tree which produces oxygen even at night. So in order to save this tree, because of its unique properties, they related it to God. Our ancestors have stressed on the fact that our meal should be started off with something spicy and sweet dishes should be taken towards the end. The significance of this eating practice is that while spicy things activate the digestive juices and acids and ensure that the digestion process goes on smoothly and efficiently, sweets or carbohydrates pulls down the digestion process. Hence, sweets were always recommended to be taken as a last item. Myth is that it invites ghosts or death, but science says that it is because human body has its own magnetic field, also known as heart's magnetic field because the flow of blood. The earth is a giant magnet. When we sleep with the head towards north, our body's magnetic field becomes completely asymmetrical to the earth's magnetic field. This causes problems related to blood pressure and our heart needs to work harder in order to overcome this asymmetry of magnetic fields. Apart from this, another reason is that our body has significant amount of iron in our blood. When we sleep in this position, iron from the whole body starts to congregate in brain. This can cause headaches and brain degeneration. Hindus do not eat meat on particular days, not limited but including Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. The reason is that as a human being, we need only a little amount of meat to fulfill the requirements of our body, such as irons, vitamin B12, and other vital nutrients. But we often get addicted to eat meat, which is not good for the health. It can cause diseases like piles, kidney stones, cancer, etc. Therefore, Hinduism has placed some restrictions by assigning days to the particular diet. It is interesting to note that the application of sindoor by the married woman carries a psychological significance. It is because sindoor is prepared by mixing turmeric, lime, and the metal mercury. Due to its interesting properties, mercury, besides controlling the blood pressure, also activates sexual drive. This is also explains why sindoor is prohibited for the widows. For the best results, sindoor should be applied right up to the pituitary gland where all our feelings are centered. Mercury is also known for removing stress and strain. Since the human body, as explained by the Ayurveda, is composed of 80% of liquid and 20% of solid, like the earth, the gravitational force of the moon affects the fluid contents of the body. It causes emotional imbalance in the body, making some people tense, irritable, and violent. Fasting acts as antidote for it, lowers the acid content in the body, which helps people to retain their sanity. Research suggests that these are major health benefits to caloric restrictions like reduced risk of cancer, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, immune disorders, etc. It is a popular belief that Tulsi is the wife of Lord Vishnu, therefore, chewing it will be a mark of disrespect. However, botanists, in the course of their research, found that Tulsi plants has the maximum number of mercury. If raw mercury is applied on the teeth, they fall immediately. That's why in Hinduist religion, Tulsi leaves are not chewed but swallowed. Before any Hindu rituals or pujas, Hindus plaster the floor with cow dung, with the myth that the cow is the sacred animal and the cow dung is pious. However, the science in that cow dung is a disinfectant and a repellent for insects. During those times, there were no chemical solutions or powder for it, and the natural way to do it was through cow dungs. Indian culture, customs, or traditions are one of the most ancient customs in the world. These customs are mainly rooted on the Hinduist religion. Common people followed this religion very faithfully over the years without knowing the science behind it. Most of these customs or rituals have a scientific background. We must understand the interesting science behind these customs and should pass this to the future generations. These traditions are designed for the well being of the society.